Yo, we're ready. Are you ready, Cam? Are you ready for some lawyering?
What?
The fuck? Are you ready for lawyering?
You really not pick up the disgusting noise I just made?
No.
God damn it, Discord.
No. It didn't pick you up at all.
I've decided to boycott Discord.
Wow. So hi, we're gonna be continuing
Hello.
Ace Attorney. If I remember last where we left off,
I want to ask,
what's up?
or you should ask, can I be heard?
Oh, that's true. Can you hear Cam? I'm pretty
I
sure
feel like the last couple times we started the stream, I couldn't be heard.
it's picking up your sound, at least on my end it is, so hopefully others can hear you too. Let's see though. Yes, okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, I didn't fuck up this time.
Let's go, gamers.
Yeah, everything's working over here. Let's switch over. Hopefully everything's working. Yeah. Alright. And I can hear the game. So, yeah, we're good. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. And then you open Metopia. This is a Metopia stream now. You open Metopia, it's not your usual game, and it's all Ace Attorney characters.
God, that would be funny. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
That would have taken a week of prep. Less than a week, because you played it Monday.
And we're continuing from here. We're in day 2 investigation. Let's go.
The longest case in the series.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna hear audio hiccups because that's just what happens when I have Discord open and the capture card, so... yeah.
Oh, you were talking to Edgy Boy.
Okay, yeah, there's new stuff. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Which, it was. It technically was.
I mean, it was still your fault, Edgy Boy.
No, it was 100% his fault. But,
oh yeah! They're blaming Meekins now. I remember.
yeah, they're kind of, he was blaming Meekins, but I still think Gant is also like, this is your fault too. Like, don't try to put this all on Meekins or the police when you're the one that denied the report.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about the murder.
Oh, that's right! Meekins is now, like, well, Lana isn't, like, off the case yet. It's just that there's another murder, and Meekins is the suspect of that. And...
even though it's the same dude.
it's the same guy, just in 2 different places, which is not possible, but we're gonna figure that out.
Wait! Maybe he was secretly Gemini Man.
It's so weird seeing Edward in 4K HD++. I'm, like, used to it now, but yeah.
Yeah, you can practically see his nipples through his shirt.
What? What?
You haven't seen him? Look!
No! Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay with the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the proceeding prosecuting attorney. I can't read, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Isn't that how it's supposed to be, though? Usually? Or...
Yep. I'm pretty sure. At least Or like, yeah, I think detectives usually do the
Yeah, and
detective thing.
detectives usually work for the police, not for lawyers.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. So like, it's just like, you know, lawyers don't normally do that. They just get the information from the police. Hi, Noka.
Hi, Noka! Welcome! Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah. I feel like people throw that Edgeworth conceals evidence and all those rumors because he studied under Von Karma, but I don't think he ever actually did. I think he was just that good. Yeah, he was sneaky with the testimony, but I don't think he ever concealed evidence or, like, fabricated any of it. Edgeworth hates criminals too much to do that. I had me know that
But
when the stream was loading for me, I thought the dialogue box said they gay.
They are.
They
Car-
are.
Car, that might all be true, but he did say, "Did Gumfuck not tell you?"
Also, I'm eating pizza, so you're gonna hear mumbling.
I'm not eating pizza.
Or you don't like
I'm not eating anything.
You don't like pizza.
That's true. I don't.
Mm-hmm. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts.
You everyone groaning.
Let's share evidence. Oh yeah, we also have this. We know Edgeworth went into the evidence locker that day. Why? We don't know. Maybe if we present it, he'll say something.
Why did you go into the evidence locker, edgy boy?
Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I love that spray. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. Screwdriver. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the Young Prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
And then he got screwed.
Ah! Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Well, you know. Let's see. Wait, what was it? What was the number?
A116.
AI-16. Let's check it. Maybe the tag? The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Let me see. Maybe if I presented more stuff.
Is this your car?
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Oh yeah, Edgeworth's dad is dead. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you for reminding me of my dead father. And that traumatic incident in my life.
Oh yeah, and the person who adopted him was the one who killed him.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't know it.
Nope, no one did for like... How many years has it been? Like 7? No, more than that. Because he was like...
Considering he was a child when that happened, and he grew up.
Yeah, no, hold on, how old is he? Okay, he's 24. He would be a teenager.
Like a brisk 7 years.
I mixed it up with Apollo Justice because they have a case that, like, they mentioned 7 years ago so much in that game. It was probably more than that, then. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Yay, more conversation. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. Oof. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in that case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I want to know is, why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Oof. Wait, you didn't...
And then we were wrong.
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. Yeah, see? He wouldn't be the kind to, like, forge evidence. He's not that kind of dude.
He's not.
And by the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course! Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this! Luminal testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this.
Literally all she talks about.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. I also like this sprite too. Edgeworth has, like, cute sprites, in my opinion. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Edgeworth, I'm really gay.
I'm really
No, I need to tell you.
Edgeworth, I have to confess. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Poor guy. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, was it a Blue's Clue?
A Blue's Clue! We gotta go...
Shit, we gotta... She even has a handy-dandy notebook. I think I said that. I think I said that in the previous stream.
Can I... Okay, no, it has to be like a powder. Woo! I can't check anything for it, or... Huh, guess not. Anyway, we gotta go into the evidence room. Shut up.
The room with evidence?
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Is Gumshoe still here, or did he fuck off? Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Or ramen. I think in this case, oh wait, no, it's not in this case. It's the one in the second game where they explicitly say that you are fired. But then they hire him back for the third game. And then we never see him again. Which bothers me.
That's not true.
Did we ever see him, like, in the later games? Because he was not an Apollo Justice at all.
Yes, he was.
Apollo Justice? No, he wasn't.
He was in a flashback scene for a brief moment.
Oh! Okay, yeah. But after that, I mean.
I don't know when Investigations and Investigations 2 came out, so I can't recall.
Well, I think Investigations came out like maybe a little bit after Apollo Justice, maybe a little bit after the third game, or maybe around the same time. Actually, no. I think it was after Apollo Justice, because I remember I wanted to play it and I was never able to get it, and I had Apollo Justice at the time.
Oh, he was in... I think he's in both of those games. Or
no, yeah, I know Gumshoe is, like, the assistant, quote-unquote, for the Investigations game until the girl shows up.
Yeah, so he's in one of those at least. I don't know if he's in two.
Yeah, no, he's in the two of them. I remember that. I saw gameplay. But
He's in
I don't
both.
think he's in any of the 3D ones.
Nope.
No. Okay. Let's
Who
use
knows
the
what he's
secret
doing.
weapon we just borrowed. Oh, that was Phoenix.
But when Ace Attorney 7 happens,
Mm. Right, let's
they
get
better
started.
bring him back.
First, choose a finger. I hope so too. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger!
What are
Okay?
you talking about? It's plainly obvious which one is the best finger.
I think he means like the actual fingerprint, not that there is a finger. Okay.
I like just looking at the fingers, like, yeah, I wonder which one left the best print.
Let me show you how it's done. I know how to do this. Just press.
No, Car. This is the first game that had it. No one's ever done this before.
I probably did have to read it to know which button was to blow. Because there's no mic in the Switch. Alright, let's fucking...
Wild. I wonder why there isn't a mic on the Switch.
To make people use the voice app thing
It doesn't
in the
even have a
phone.
camera. The Wii U gamepad had a camera.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't look like a clear fingerprint.
But in the new Switch Pro, that's obviously going to get announced because everybody saw it on an Amazon page for 2 seconds.
In Mexico.
I don't understand why everybody thinks that's like confirmation.
I mean, stuff like that has happened for other games and then they ended up happening. That's what happened with Crash and Spyro.
Like that has happened and nothing has come of it. That's what I mean. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I'm just like, but it also happened with Joker too, when they revealed that Joker was well, not the Joker, the release date of Joker at the render. It shows up,
Yeah.
and a bunch of other stuff. I think it's like, I think it's worth checking out. Usually stuff like that does lead to like things ending up being revealed.
I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh yeah, no, not soon, but I do believe it could be a thing. So who knows?
Look at that finger.
Finger. Aha! You did it. You found one. But it looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? It means they were wearing gloves, probably. We're out of luck.
We have the glove.
Out of luck. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here! Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely, yeah, there's a little smudge right there. It seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Literally right there. It's right here. It's right here.
I mean, what if it's just gumshoes? Isn't this his locker?
Yeah, it is his locker, so it could be gumshoes. Ba-bam! Oh. Maybe a little more dust? More dust?
Look at all those swirls.
The fuck? How much
Oh
dust
my-
does it need?
Oh my swirls, as Koma-san would say.
Oh, my swirls! There we go, jeez. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Not really. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite
I
a
mean,
process.
we were fumbling around a lot before.
Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Okay.
Hello, Kuni.
Oh, hi, Cooney! Welcome, welcome. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody
Imagine if
handprint...
she was like, you don't know people by their fingerprints?
I I know all my best friend's fingerprints.
I know my best friend's fingerprints by heart. What's wrong with you?
I could draw it right now. The bloody handprint on the fingerprints are in different places, right?
I think there's anybody that does that. Draws fingerprints on the fingers. That'd be fucked.
That would take a while, because you need a very thin pen, or like a brush. That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprint would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Probably Gumshoe, right? Yeah, it's his print. Is his print.
Dick.
Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Rain? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, we came up with nothing this time. But there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. If I remember correctly, there was another handprint in this room. Oh? Here, maybe? Oh! Oh, that's right! This is where we got the luminofluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? Yeah, man. Let's fucking go! I always collect the social security numbers of my best friends. What?
Yeah, Phoenix line up the cocaine.
The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the Haleti handprint. Okay? So, like, around here?
Done.
We gotta put a lot of dust all over the screen. We gotta make the screen white with dust.
Yes. Line up the cocaine.
Like the cocaine. This looks more like powdered sugar than cocaine.
Do you know what cocaine looks like?
I mean, there's pictures.
I've genuinely, like, never even seen cocaine.
You can just look it up and you'll see it. I had to go through like so many drugs are bad presentations in school.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I really did.
They probably had to do it a lot in Puerto Rican schools because there was a bit of a drug problem back then. Also, this screen is so white now. Ah, it's so white! Yeah!
Oh, it's like I'm in Texas.
Alright, time to blow. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't.
Hollywood is a better joke.
A little whiter and it was just like Hollywood. Let's try a different finger, okay? I dusted all that for nothing. I can't even see.
How would there be a finger all the way over there?
I don't know. Oh wait, no, that's okay. No, never mind. Wait. Oh. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. No. I'm like trying to figure out the finger. Is this the left hand? This is probably the left hand, right?
The thumb's right there.
Yeah. Pinky? Nope. Oh.
Right there.
No, I think this is the same one.
Oh, then do the one that was closer.
hope I didn't hit the same one.
You're the one that's closer to the other finger.
Yeah, the thing is, I try to find hidden fingerprints because they were probably smudged away. Dang it, I hit the same one again.
Closer!
Oh, here maybe?
Or please.
Oh, here we go.
That handprint looks kind of like Hush. Maybe that's just me being an Isaac nerd.
You've been playing Isaac so much.
It was so good.
You gotta make it like.
Ignore the fact that I have to play as Tate Law soon, and I'll become the Joker.
There we go, Fingy. All right, whose finger is it? It's not Gant's. Not Meekins. Oh. Detective Marshall?
Oh shit. It's the Yeehaw.
Holy shit, it is the Yeehaw. Why did he have a bloody hand? What? Hold on.
Oh ho ho! When indeed!
Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma.
And then we get locked in.
This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's print. The luminol reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the exact same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. Why would I have to do Jake Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results.
Hold on, wait a minute. If it was Jake Marshall, how come beard shavings aren't everywhere? Because he does that constantly.
I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I mean, but like, does his number show up in the thing? No, right? It doesn't.
Yeah, but he's the security guard. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That is true. If Marshall was the killer, then who was driving the plane? Not him, considering he's, like, probably on a horse.
Was Marshall points to Marshall Animal Crossing.
Oh, dang, we were so close to the end last time. We probably could have kept going.
Oh, is it? No, I was like, I need sleep so I can do my job.
Well, it's trial time. Time for another long-ass trial. And if I know Ace Attorney, we're probably gonna have to talk to Jake Marshall. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are.
February 24th, isn't that Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is on the 14th.
Oh, just kidding. Don't listen. I don't know dates.
After all... Oh, hold on. I gotta plug in my computer. It's low on battery. Ah!
I
think it's making...
Stream offline.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, it's making the audio a little funky. Hold on.
Funky audio? The funky chicken?
I don't know why this is happening. We're just gonna have to deal with it for
Doing
a
it
bit.
a lot?
Yeah, it's doing it a lot.
Oh.
Don't know why this is happening. Maybe we just keep going.
Where's that fucking security guard?
And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana!
Doesn't make a lick of sense.
Nope. I don't know why the audio is going all funky. Okay, there we go. It fixed itself. That was weird. Sort of. Nope.
Lana!
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I aim, Emma.
But, Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I am as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye, we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained handprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm over here. I'm on a couch.
They
Wait,
kill
what
you
do
for everything in the Phoenix Wright World Hunt. Well, to be fair, pretty much every case in these games is murder. And this is the murder of a police officer. Or, not a police officer, a detective.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... Alright.
I'm sorry, you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. In doing so, I believe that way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand.
For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
So, Meekins or Lana? Oh boy, things are getting wild from the get-go.
Funny Meekins, man.
Is it Meekins? Yep, it's Meekins. Yay, I get to do my Meekins voice. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir! My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir!
It's kind of like really fitting for him, though.
Quickly turns my volume down. Sorry.
So you're telling us you're a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've got to believe me, sir! Sir! I'm what you call a part of the younger generation, sir! A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend! I pressed the button.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir!
So you're a millennial?
Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir! As you wish! After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir! Mood.
I can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Time for me to scream.
Hey, 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 Emma, can you not say something like you did with the last try?
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. She said something really not cool last time. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Wait, what? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins
God,
family
Parker.
motto, sir. Sorry.
Jesus.
Sorry.
I'm amazed that you can just do that.
It's not that big of a deal.
I see. Then you fainted, and the colleague helped you regain consciousness?
Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir!
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Under your hand.
What I need here is more info to work with. Yeah, what did happen to his hand? Maybe he got hurt from the attack?
You said he got hit in the head.
Ah.
How would that affect his hand?
Well, I mean, maybe he got, like, he did say he was also attacked because the Goodman, quote-unquote, pulled a knife on him. Maybe he got cut. Although, it's not my normal duty, I was like, I'm gonna press that. Isn't it Officer Marshall's duty? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir! I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir! Oh no! He's the reason! He's the reason the police is so incompetent!
Yeah, why are you in charge of that?
Oh no, it's his fault!
No offense, but he does not seem like the best person. Like, he should be like. He seems like a Minute Maid cop.
Yeah.
Not someone who should be hiring new people.
Yikes! Now there's a scary thought. Yeah, see, Phoenix said the same thing. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks.
How do you do interviews?
I don't know. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir!
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir! The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir!
You mean the demon?
I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. Meekins
You
more
mean
like
you were
bap
keeping
bap
it-
bap 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 right in the face.
You mean you were like keeping it prisoner because it needs to be kept in prison?
I think it's cute. That was my sole mission for the day, sir!
You just think it's cute because you don't remember.
Maybe.
I
You just wait.
I see. Sounds like a very, important job.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell
There's
us.
the three mouth.
The three mouth? Oh.
There's the three mouth when he's in like the one sprite he's smiling in.
I wouldn't even say he is smiling, he just looks surprised. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Okay? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into that room. But like... That sounds off to me. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct? Precisely, sir! I have one right here around my neck! So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Oh? There it is! I found it! This is the one right here!
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir! It's 4989596! That's my number, sir! I see. But the number... That number... It's on... Oh, it's on... Twice! Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir! The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything's settled.
I see. So it was during that second time when...
Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen! I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. Suddenly I was attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? Phoenix is like eating pizza as he's doing the
If we stop using a fucking megaphone in
No.
court?
Let him. It was a
Let
knife,
him.
sir! A knife! If Francisca can bring a whip, he can bring a megaphone. There's no rules.
She hasn't come into question yet. She doesn't exist yet. So
It was a knife, sir! A knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then?
what do you have? A knife!
No! Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was!
Honey, you're joking, but
He brings a bag
I can't
to court. You did it like this.
I can't-
Bang!
I can't recall right now, but I feel like someone has.
Yeah, in investigations.
Oh, and
Yeah, like I remember I saw like a playthrough of it. Apparently, the lawyer of that one of the cases is the culprit, and she just fucking brings a gun out during court, and her sprite has her holding a gun, and it's really funny.
holy shit, don't do that. Hey, gone to court. What's wrong with you?
She's a murderer. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him! That's how I got this gash on my hand! See, he was attacked, like, he got hurt with the knife. Like I said.
Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked! I grabbed the man by his collar! I fought for my life, then I did it! What exactly do you mean
killed
when you
him.
say you did it? I killed him! I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir! The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him! You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver! I would have loved to see that. I made sure to close my eyes like a man! See, he must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in the sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew,
Yes?
he punched me right in the face, sir! After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious! Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too! I woke up crying tears of pain!
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered. That is...
Wow, Judge!
Nice.
I got hit in the head and it hurt really bad. That's nice.
Nice.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir! The Blue Badger, sir! I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins.
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this! It was sent to my jail cell! Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning! The chief delivered it?
What is that?
Here we go.
A videotape?
Yes, sir! That's absolutely right, sir! A videotape!
Look
Good,
at that
I mean,
V-
nice,
look at that-
that you're okay.
Look at that VHS.
This is supposed to be like the late 2010s, right?
Yeah.
People still use flip phones and VHSs.
Dude, I remember watching all my VHS tapes in 2010.
I mean, if you still have a VHS player and you have some old movies, you could.
I don't have any of those.
I have VHS tapes, but I don't think I have my VHS player anymore. And I'm pretty sure all those VHS tapes probably have, like, mold from how old they are. And they're broken.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Alright.
Not anymore.
It contains footage from the security room and the evidence room. Oh, what?
That's important.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Oh. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. So, either Edgeworth fucked up again or he was lied to. I'm inclined to believe either.
I'm inclined to believe both.
Yeah.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
I will suffer.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? They're not gonna show,
You know
like,
what I-
actual details, right?
You know what I just realized?
Oh
they
my
don't show
God.
me actual details. You know what I just realized?
What's up?
I don't have to sit through the fucking music of this.
I do, though. Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Goodman.
And hey, why do you think I fucking hate this thing?
There's Goodman. He's pulling things out. A glove fell off. Okay. There's Meekins.
Wait, is this? Wait a minute, is this FNAF?
There's Meekins. Oh! Whoa!
Like the flag blocking the face. It's so stupid.
And Meekins is just out cold.
The flag blocking the face is so dumb.
Wait, so the guy he's just gone. Just disappeared.
He fucking fled the scene.
He literally disappeared.
He probably was like hiding behind the thing until the camera moved.
He could have. Yeah, there probably was a way to like evade the camera.
Okay, well, it worked.
Their faces.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir! That is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir! It's the Blue Badger, sir! Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? We got a videotape now.
Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone. In the evidence room and some sort of,
Let me read! Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right
What I
with you,
genuine-
Officer
You know what I
Meekins?
genuinely don't get?
What?
They're blocking his face and stuff, but like Meekins clearly saw him. How does he not know who it is?
Because Meekins said he never met Bruce before.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm getting the feeling that maybe this was not Bruce, and the
But then it has to be But then it has to be someone else he doesn't know. Because if he knew who it was, then he'd be like, "Oh, it's John from accounting."
I mean,
Like,
like I
he
said,
can't just-
he was wearing like Bruce's like hat and coat. He was probably wearing some other things around his face to cover it up.
Maybe. Or maybe Meekins is just like that.
Yeah, maybe Meekins is just like that. Maybe, you gotta remember, he's not smart. This game,
Dumb.
no, I think this game has established thoroughly that Meekins is not considered very smart.
No. He just is very nervous. He's not dumb. He said he does what he's told well. You have to be smart to do that.
Anyway. Yes, sir! As you wish, sir! 3D Meekins. 3D Meekins. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir! I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do! The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir! So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it!
Well, that's pretty,
That is a convincing argument. However, I have a counter argument.
What's your counter argument?
We saw the glove fall off as soon as he opened the locker. Is it possible that the glove was kind of keeping the locker from being completely closed, so he could have, so anyone could have opened it?
Oh, maybe.
I feel like that could be a possibility.
Or
I
don't have an or.
What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Also, another thing I just realized, even though this is part of the first game, this case technically came out with the DS. Were VHSs still used when the DS came out?
No.
Yeah, so, like... I guess it's just like they just use VHSs anyway, no matter what. Oops. These locks
Going back to HD DVD.
HD DVD. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim of the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. Defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Alright, let's see what we
It
get.
begins with Contra, and then Contra theme plays.
His face could be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman. How do you know, though? But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it.
Since his face can't be identified in the video,
How does that
we can
mean?
verify it.
Yeah, I don't understand what he said. Oh! Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins! Eek!
Jesse, what the hell are you talking?
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir! You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us, why are you positive it was him? I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do.
No, he's not making.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir! I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. Why?
The biggest Ace Attorney secret, making this capitalist scum.
Fuck, I almost spit my Coke. No, sir, I tried all kinds of methods in the past. Why, though? They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir! I wonder what kind of methods he tried.
If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to.
I can think of a way that it could have opened, but we're pretty sure Goodman still has his hands on his dead body, right?
Yeah? They never mentioned the cut off hands in the autopsy report. Just stabs.
That would be important.
That would be very important. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman, sir. Yeah, there's no question about that.
Imagine if that was like how that happened, and that's like they tried to hide it for that long.
That'd be fucked.
Wait, his hands aren't there. What?
What?
How didn't we notice?
The police never reported the cut off
That sounds
hands.
like something Danganronpa would do, actually.
That's something from JoJo.
Wait, literally?
In one of the parts, there's a serial killer that his whole thing is cutting off women's hands because they give him boners.
No. But that's disgusting. Cutting off the hands in this case has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Opening the locker.
I think it's also a thing in Misao too, but for the same reason. The guy did it because he was horny.
Stop with the cut. My hands.
I don't know. Hand fetish?
I feel like that's rarer than foot fetish.
A little bit. Yeah, because, like, I think feet have been joked so much to the point that now people don't think it's a joke anymore.
Why are we talking about this? How did this get here?
Because we were talking about cut off hands. Anyway, however, the most important detail is not shown in the video. The man's face. Sir! If I may say something, sir.
Please do. After all, you are the one being examined.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir! My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir!
Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
It could. That is... Unless the defense can find a
wait,
problem
the
with it.
VHS tape. I don't know if you can edit a VHS tape.
You can. You can.
But not, like, extensively.
Not extensively, but you can, and probably they can have some, like, bullshit technology to be able to do it. Like, have you seen the Ace Attorney live-action movie? They have, like, holograms presenting the evidence, but they still use VHS tapes.
Imagine if you were in Adobe Premiere and it was like, insert VHS tape.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Okay, sure. Can I watch the video whenever I want? Oh my god, I can! Alright. Can I fast forward it? No, I can't. I just have to watch it normally.
Yep.
Okay.
Guess how many times you're gonna see this fucking clip.
I'm guessing a lot.
You like the music? Get used to it.
I mean, when I'm examining it from the court record, it doesn't play the music.
Oh, well. Just you wait.
There's 3D Meekins. I love 3D Meekins. 20 times.
You're not wrong, Noka.
I love how Meekins doesn't emote when he's getting attacked. He just has the same expression.
3D anime. I mean, this is on the 3DS.
No,
Or
this is on the
just
DS. This is a DS.
That's a pretty good model for the DS, honestly.
I mean, to be fair, this is the HD port, so they probably fixed
I
up
don't
the
think
models.
I don't know about that, but I also haven't seen the old one, so.
It's probably more pixelated. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I imagine the model is the same. Like, I don't think they updated the model at all.
I'm gonna save really quick. They buffed it a little bit, just a little. Yeah, yeah, I figured. You can basically burn a new image onto a VHS. Yeah, that's true. I feel like I have to say there's a problem even though I don't know, because I gotta bluff my way through this. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Do you want me to point it out?
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Please don't play it too many times! I can't stand watching this video!
I know he's only had like a few cases, but I think it's funny that this is the first time that video evidence has happened in Phoenix's entire fucking career.
He's still a rookie at this point. He's only done. This is only his 5th case.
Is it? Did he have any in between? Like,
No, in the
When-
beginning of this case, he specifically mentions that it's been 2 months since his last case, which was the Edgeworth one, and he keeps rejecting like clients that come to him because he just doesn't feel like it. Which is not something I believe you should be able to do, considering you need money to maintain an office.
hey, I'm being accused of murder and I didn't do it. Can you defend me? Nah. Maya's gone.
Maya's gone. I don't feel like it.
It's gone.
With Maya gone,
know.
and Mia's gone too, even though she's
Maya-
dead.
Maya's gone, and she has literally pulled me out of every situation, so I don't think I can do fucking anything.
If there's one thing about Ace Attorney, is that you can't do anything without a girl assistant. A cute girl assistant.
That's not true.
Yes, it is! Every game has a cute girl assistant.
Nope.
Yes!
Not in later not in the ones you haven't played.
Where's the contradiction that indicates that...
Fuck!
Sing it. I don't want to experience this dumb song. You are doing it on purpose.
I'm pretty
I mean,
sure...
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think the gold has something to do with it.
Yeah, I think so too. So I'm just gonna...
Does that paint have a skull on it?
I don't know. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this!
Yes, that is strange.
Hey, but like, just going on a carousel once is fine. But when I played this goddamn game, I had to listen to that fucking thing like 200 times because I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to look it up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten to point out this exercise. Oh, I read it wrong. What you are looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, did I get it wrong?
Is that not it? The glove?
I place him under arrest, sir! You can't arrest me. Oh, at least I don't get a penalty.
I don't think I've read a carousel more than once per, like, amusement park visit.
Go fast. Alright, so it's not the glove.
What the hell else is it then?
Maybe the fact that his face is hidden in the fucking... Oh, wait! Does it show him placing his finger? Like, doing the fingerprint thing?
I don't think so. I think he just fucking opens it.
Yeah, I think he just opens it.
How is that rude?
Wait, no! I meant to pause, fuck!
You can rewind.
Yeah. But I meant to pause, but I hit present instead.
Shit.
Fast forward.
I mean, they don't really penalize you for this.
Yeah, they don't. I'm glad they don't. Yeah, he just straight. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I know what it is. Hold
Is it the
on.
light?
Yeah! It's the light! It's already open! Gumshoe said, remember? When you open the locker, the lights go out. And when you close it, it goes off. That's why all the other ones are off. But for some reason, before Goodman shows up, it's on. That means it was already opened. My fucking massive brain! If this isn't it, I'm going to lose it. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this! Okay, there we go. He changed the dialogue. I was about to say, I swear to God, if it was wrong. Officer Meekins. Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Oh my God, they're still playing the song!
Get used to it.
When you grab the handle and a sensor reads your fingerprint, if it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. Cat jam. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture.
Holy shit. Good Smile is making a Corona figure?
A Corona oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Why didn't you just pause it from before?
Look at the fucking blue badge staring at you.
I will draw the blue badger.
If you do, I'm gonna unsubscribe from your YouTube channel.
Here! Notice the light?
What's this? It's already lit?
Precisely my point.
It's already lit in there!
The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Whoa! Ah!
That was so loud.
Sorry.
You're gonna fucking wake up your mom.
Mom's not here yet, so it's fine. She's sadly working late, so she's not home yet.
No. I mean, like, in the future. Like, she's gonna come home and then go to sleep, and then that's still gonna be playing in the house because of the echo.
Yeah, because our house is just that huge. Please put this song in your last Senior Stage Study playlist! Oh my God! Nuka, you're a fucking genius. I'm gonna do that.
If you do, I will become the Joker.
Nuka, you're a fucking genius.
If I'm playing Isaac and that song comes on when I'm watching your stream, I will lose my goddamn mind.
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker was unlocked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic lock.
How many times are we gonna say lock?
When a door is locked, a sensor lock is triggered and locks the locker. And the locker is automatically locked!
I'm gonna lock your face.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor will detect and report any malfunction on the lock.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor?
Noka, you're not wrong, but what is that jump in logic?
Lock, lick, dick. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field.
Besides, he doesn't just like saying dick.
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say...
Like a glove!
So now I can point out the glove?
Yeah, I thought so too. There's
Yeah,
gotta be another
we
clue
were too
somewhere
smart.
in this
We were
footage.
too smart for the game.
Yeah, I guess we thought 2 steps ahead.
We were too galaxy brained.
Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause.
Fuck, you're so fast. Fast forward. B is paused.
How accurate am I? Because I haven't heard this theme in like 2 years, and
Do it. You were right at the beginning and then you just flubbed it all up.
I haven't heard it in 2 years out of pure spite. Why would I want to know the rest?
I mean, no, you listened to it recently because they played this song before in the previous stream and you were here with me.
Did they play it?
Yes.
No, I still couldn't hear that.
No, yes. When you could hear it from the stream. I don't fucking know. Point is, it was played before.
I don't play the stream.
I'm going to choke you.
Do you know how much? I don't play the stream of the stream audio. Do you know how much of a mess that would be to hear me and you twice?
Fair point. Fair point. Just close the notifications. There we go. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Da 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 da.
You need to show it for the 8 millionth time.
They have to show it from. They can't just show it from like the spot. They have to show it from the beginning. Glove.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker.
But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances. Let me read. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
Oh my god.
I've done quite a bit of that in my day. Whoever came up with the objection thing is the greatest person in the world.
Objection! This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir! It's just like my tie! 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of the patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me!
But the object would have been extremely thin to fit in the door.
Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator.
Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir! By insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Yeah, it was a glove.
Very well, but if that's...
Wait, that whole time they couldn't tell that was a glove in the footage?
Guess not.
Jesus Christ. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeti! I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Oh.
It has a tag that says this was in the victim's locker.
The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir! It would appear so, sir!
Order! 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 So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Don't be
it's like... Sorry, it's not just Corona, it's a lot of Life members.
Ooh. Do not be misled, Your Honor.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, Please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke?
Very well. Begin the testimony. Huh.
Mystery Man 2!
It just goes, oh yeah, I forgot. Before I passed out, I killed him.
Like, oh yeah, that's right. I did grab the knife, didn't I? There's one more thing about... There's one other thing
Beacons, no, you're drowning. Beacons, come back. Where did you get that pool?
To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. What
You were right.
No! At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. That's it. I'm done.
An ID card record, I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. Yeah, the one we gave you.
Anybody could have stolen his ID card.
The ID used at 514.
54444.
I can't read. Is that of the victim?
544.
Shut the fuck up.
Just before
Who went in there at 4:20 to smoke weed?
Shut the fuck up! Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few people in this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. There's still a lot of lockers there, though. Like, there was a lot of lockers. I still think there should be more people. Special cases?
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleaned up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. Go get him, Phoenix.
There's one other thing that proves that the man was Dr. Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir! This card right next to my cuff, sir! I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to... A passport.
Nice to your passport.
I don't have a passport. Can't let you go without a passport.
Your passport.
What
Can't let you live without a passport.
What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time, it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing.
Hold on. That's wild, because the ID is out, the tie isn't.
Yeah, like what? How does he get choked by his own tie?
How does it get caught in on your tie most of the time when the ID card is more out? What?
Also, how does that happen
What
when
are
you're
you,
how
Meekin?
how does that happen when you're stepping out of a car?
What are you, Meekins?
How do you get out of a car that would warrant that happening?
What are you, Meekins? What are you, Brian?
What are you, Brian?
What are you, Brian?
Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
Hey, Super Smash Brothers.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. He is but a silly little man. He's just a little man. He does say that in one of the investigation investigation games.
Investigation mans. You're just a little investigation man.
I was trying to say, he says it in one of the investigations games, like, I'm just a little man, sir. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Oh, fuck me. Please proceed with your testimony.
You gotta tell me when these meant to investigate flushed. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
The judge just automatically.
Hey, maybe
The
he's
judge
behind
just
all this.
automatically fucking. The judge just fucking automatically puts a guilty verdict for
Is
Edward
the
right
man
there.
in blue a murderer? Shh, don't stare at him! You got the wrong color, kid! That smug bow. I love how it was pointed out. Everyone in the crowd was just like, "Oh man, not this fucking guy again! How many people is he gonna kill?" And then the kid's like, "Mommy, is that guy in blue a murderer?" And it's like, Tina's like, "Wrong color, asshole."
Is Sonic the Hedgehog a murderer?
Is Sonic the Hedgehog a murderer? And it's like Mario versus Sonic.
The inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him.
At the time of the crime, the detective
Yeah.
had used his card.
Must be hard having that much money.
Yeah, this game makes it seem like prosecutors get paid way more than defense attorneys. Like, the only exception being Grossberg, because he's successful, I guess.
He's like,
My hemorrhoids.
oh my hemorrhoids! I forgot. You're making my hemorrhoids do the Harlem Shake.
I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir! He didn't show me any ID card! Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Aww. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out.
Mr. Wright, what do you think?
I'm confused.
What?
The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
Do you think that he's never met Marshall either?
Maybe.
Because we know Marshall's handprint is in there.
Oh yeah, it is! You're right, I forgot
So-
about that.
It would make sense for Marshall to be there.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think he's just never met Marshall either, so he wouldn't know Goodman from Marshall?
To establish Marshall, he would need to like use an ID card or anything because he's the guard, so he can just be there.
Okay, I just said that. I don't know if that's actually true.
Okay, but like I thought of something, and I could be completely wrong, and it could be pulling this out of my ass, but considering that Marshall can just, let's say Marshall can just do that, right? Or maybe, like, do you think it was him dressed up as Bruce?
I think it's possible, but like, how would... Even if he can just do that, I don't think he could fabricate Bruce scanning the ID card.
Maybe he stole the ID card then.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually has the power to just open the door for no reason. I think
He can.
stole the
We know
ID
he
card
can.
and-
We know he can make it so like the ID card thing is activated because before he could like shut it off.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it was activated.
Yeah,
so I think
it
he
was
could-
activated. So I'm gonna assume it could be Marshall, but he took Bruce's ID card and he dressed himself up as Bruce to.
For some reason.
Wasn't Bruce the head of the SL9 incident, like, investigation?
It's true. So maybe. He
And
was,
Marshall and Angel were also part of that investigation when they were still detectives. So maybe they seemed very dissatisfied with how that case ended. So maybe they wanted to investigate it on their own.
Maybe.
So maybe Marshall. I'm like brainstorming right now. This is my theory. The Bruce in the tape is actually Marshall. He disguised himself as Bruce, stole his ID card to get in there, so it registered as Bruce in the record because he would know about that. And maybe he wanted to grab evidence to investigate it on his own with Angel. And that could also explain why he attacked Meekins, because Meekins would see that his face obviously does not match up with the card. So he's like, hey, wait a minute! So maybe he just knocked him out and made a getaway. And he would know how to avoid the camera because he works with that all the time.
That's just a theory.
That's a theory, but I feel like it's a pretty solid theory, in my opinion.
I'm gonna BRB, but you can keep going.
Okay. There's one thing that proves that I'm gonna press that just to get more information. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid. Yes, sir! Solid as a stone, sir! If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir! Couldn't he just use his right hand for that?
Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second.
Okay, so what do I have to present? There's one other thing that proves that Detective Goodman. So after the ID card, when an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time, what was the time of the murder? 4 p.m. But is there a separate autopsy? No. And when did he get in? Huh. I'm like a little confused on what I should present. Apparently it's obvious, but I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking too far ahead. ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, detective had used this card.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm lost. They say the contradiction is obvious, but I don't know what it is.
Did I miss any extra information?
Nope, I pressed everything, I think.
Use his ID card. What do you think?
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. Apparently, they're saying it's obvious, but I don't know what they're talking about.
Is it like the time frames?
Maybe? To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. I'm gonna save and just start presenting evidence. We'll see what happens. let's try the record. It's not the record.
Did you do the ID card itself?
Do I even have the ID card still? Oh yeah, I do. It's right here. Oh, it is the ID card. All right, hold on. Then let me load because I want to have all my HP. Thank you for the tip.
That's why I'm here.
Wait 1 moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I
That's
mean
right.
the
These
other
things
crime
happen at the same time.
Oh,
Supposedly.
supposedly, yeah. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding to the victim's ID card.
Wait, hold on. If this happened at the... How the fuck did he get in there? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it probably wasn't Bruce.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Marshall. I mean, no.
I was right. He did steal the ID card. He did steal it.
How was it at the crime? Oh no, Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he might have just dropped it.
Yeah, that's why Bruce filled out the missing items report. He lost his ID card because Marshall took it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Marshall, you sleazy peasy.
But why? But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order!
Fuck.
So now...
In that case, he couldn't get in.
Yeah, he couldn't. So that means
just
it
proves
wasn't him.
anybody but him.
So now what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. I think I might have been right on it being Marshall.
Even though that doesn't look like his hair at all.
Well, you know, they edit. He probably would have been wearing a wig. I don't fucking know. These arts aren't always like super accurate to what is actually happening because
Very true.
yeah, because like in the second game they show Maggie pushing off the victim when obviously it was not her. It's sort of like a this is what people think happened sort of thing.
Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Fuck you.
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Bravo.
Much more positive.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes? What's he up to? Oh, fuck. I know what Edgeworth is doing. Phoenix, we just fucked ourselves. That being the case...
Was he gonna pair with Lana?
Yeah, he's basically gonna say this is all this basically means a murder did not happen here. So the only murder was the one in the parking lot with Lana, our client.
That doesn't mean shut up. That doesn't mean
That's what he's gonna say. That's the case he's gonna present, and we just helped him. We just helped his case.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Itchy Poo.
Hold on, edgy boy. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at the single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you've finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place. At the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So...
The real crime... wow, I can't read. Really. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Gah!
Whose blood was that? The handprints, whose blood?
I don't think they specified that actually, yeah.
But like, if it's Goodman's, then
If it's Goodman's, then
That's
this just throws my entire theory out the window, but I don't think
that throws his entire theory out the window too, though.
I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
The entire day was pointless.
The activity of the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana!
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object? One moment, Your Honor.
Was there something from the SL incident from the last thing? I don't remember.
What about the SL9?
Was there something from that in the last trial day?
No. We learned more about the SL9 incident from, like, investigating. I don't think it was ever mentioned in a trial.
I just didn't know if there were... I didn't know if there was any evidence that was from the SL9 incident, because, like, if that was at that crime scene, then it wouldn't... Like, how would they have gotten that?
Okay, then, no. There wasn't anything SL9 related. Actually, no, there was. The knife.
Oh yeah, the knife in the tailpipe.
Yeah, the knife. That was found, but everything else... that was the only
So
thing.
how did that to our crime scene if the locker was just opened at the same time?
Good point.
Something to keep in mind, I guess. Wait, the screwdriver! We did it. Wait, Edgy Poo! Actually, and he pulls out the screwdriver, you've been screwed!
I like how you
Edgeworth
keep
is
calling him Edgy Poo.
And then Edgeworth is like, why? And Phoenix is like, because it's a screwdriver.
Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However... Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh? Do you really have to show the entire video? However,
Is it still playing the song?
no, it's not. It's not playing the song.
Wish it was for your torture.
I would probably just hum to it, dude. I like the song.
I'm gonna end.
You can be the Joker all you want. I'm here jamming out. I'm here cat jamming.
I didn't say I was gonna become the Joker. I said I was gonna end you. That's different.
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, the large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor?
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witness for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Oh, we're gonna present the witness now.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have to testify. What is his or her name?
I almost pressed Gant.
Eamon Gant.
It's Jake Marshall. Thinks he's a cowboy. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edward know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes for him.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the person is...
We have Texas toast. He'll come running.
Subpoenade?
Subpoenaed? Subpoenaed.
Subpoenaed? But the
I think so.
But the O. There's an O there.
Yeah, that's English, baby.
What the
Or I'm wrong.
What the fuck? I hate English!
Will the prosecution please prepare the...
I was gonna say, will the prosecution please prepare the English? Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? Subpoenaed. That doesn't make any sense!
That's English, baby!
I hate the English language! We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess. Bah! Where's my caviar?
Then I'm gonna eat this pizza. Oh.
Have you seen the word baloney yet?
Ah!
What?
Mmm. Mmm.
Mmm. Hold on. I'm eating.
Have you seen how the word baloney is spelled?
Bologna.
How about, I'm sure you know Colonel.
Is it colonel?
Yeah. The English language is stupid. I'm sorry.
It is really dumb.
I wanna.
There's no stop.
She's staring at it. She's staring at us right now. You probably already advanced, but she was staring at you the whole time you were eating that pizza. So Felix just like eating a fucking pizza. She's just like,
I'm waiting.
what? It's fucking my fucking lawyer's eating a pizza right now. What the fuck's happening?
I'm hungry! I had to skip lunch, you know? Jeez. Anyway. You want a bite, Lana?
Actually, worse is that I'm pretty sure it's like the morning.
Okay. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. Haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything.
Emma.
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How could you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Like, she can deny us to defend her, right? She isn't forced for us to defend her.
Yeah, she can deny us. But she didn't. So here we are.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the reason is she wasn't really denying anyone that came to her. It was just that she kept saying, like, yeah, I did it. And all their defense attorneys were like, I don't want to defend this. I don't want to defend someone who's confessing. And
Anyway,
Phoenix is the only guy that's just like, I'll do it.
my favorite Dick is here.
Wow.
His name is Dick.
I know.
Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
Yeah, come back.
Got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it all off, you call me here. I've seen happier people on funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky!
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
You mean this?
Sorry.
Don't be. It's great.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9?
Is that on the phone?
No, it seemed like it was like a letter. Or like a memo.
I was gonna say, you thought her voice was his?
Yeah, that would be silly.
But Lana, that's...
I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here. You might do well to read them.
I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor. We're a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness? The Joe Darkey killings.
Take it from me, pal.
What?
That's what it said. That was the name of the serial killer. Joe Darkey.
It's probably,
Or just Joe
it's
Dark.
Probably just Dark. Darkey.
I always said it was Darkey. Joe Dark. The Joe Dark killings. Solved 2 years ago. Let's read it. Perpetrator, Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder,
Dark.
sentence, death.
Joe Dark sounds like a fake edgy protag name.
Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby. Oh no! I'm dead!
Damn.
Rachel Martz, Jeb Bates, and... hello?
He preferred to be called Master Bates.
Hold on. One of the victims. Neil Marshall.
I like how you point out a very important detail, and I'm like, excuse me, Master Bates joke?
Died and survived? Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty strong. So, also what... Oh yeah, I remember Jake had a brother, right? Who was also a detective, I think?
Yep.
Yeah. So he was a victim. That's probably why this case is so personal to him. Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. So, yeah. He was the prosecutor. And the witnesses were Lana and Emma? I said llama. Llama Sky.
Llama and Anna. My favorite girls.
But yeah, both Lana and Emma were witnesses. Investigation Task Force Executive Investigators Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Head Investigators Bruce Goodman, Investigator Jake Marshall and Angel Star. A lot of good information here. Interesting, interesting. These might come in handy.
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why?
Murdering people by pouring cereal down their throat is pretty brutal.
Stop. Why is your name in here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! This SL9 incident. Is that...
That's the classification number for the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
Joe Dark... No, no, Lana! That's over with! No!
Oh, she ran off.
Emma, wait!
Uh-oh.
She ran away. Trauma!
I think we hit a trauma bone.
Yeah, I think we hit a trauma button. How old is she? She's 16. She would have been 14! Oh, God!
You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Bye!
I just remembered I'm terrible with kids. See ya!
Yeah, like I'm the guy who thought showing a pistol to a 9-year-old would cheer her up when she's sad.
Hey kid, look at this gun.
You wanna see something cool? It's a real gun. It's used to kill
It's
people.
loaded.
It's
loaded right now.
You wanna hold it? Yeah, check out the fucking hole.
It's loaded right now. Look, there's the safety switch. It's off. Oh wait, shit.
Bah!
Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This
And it's
can't
like, wait,
be just a coincidence.
Maya's name is in this.
Maya's name. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
You can't just dump a bunch of new information on us and be like, figure it out now.
Yes, he can. Yes, she can, because this is fucking Phoenix Wright. That's how he does all his cases.
I think
When you
the
cause
judge-
think about it, Cam. When you're looking through information in the court record, time freezes.
I think that while the judge is here, he should just be like, what does Phoenix think? And then when Phoenix says, he's like, okay, I believe him because he's the protagonist.
Okay, I believe you.
And then he slams his mallet, and then
Not guilty.
and then Damon Gant gets carried away.
Every time I see that Edgeworth little like sprite, I keep thinking like the ends of his coat is like his butt.
Stop looking at his ass!
It's so out there. It's not even his ass. It just looks like it.
Maybe it is.
It's not. It's his coat.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Let it come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
No, don't worry about it.
All right. But. But. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
There he is, cowboy!
There he is.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner. Oh, I'm just a man same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Not gonna lie, Jake is kind of cute. He's pretty cute.
What do you mean, Phoenix? You've heard Edgeworth howl before.
Wow!
Got him.
Got him.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the the crime took place. He is cute. Yeah, he is. Is this correct?
I think that he, we're talking about Marshall, right?
Yes, Marshall.
He is handsome, except when he has that sprite. That one. That one right there is not flattering.
It makes his chin really stick out.
He looks like the Crimson Chin in that one. I don't want that.
Don't you want to just look at his chin? I almost said
Why did you
Meekins was
hold back?
Meekins is cute too. I think Meekins is cute. He's like okay, Marshall is cute in a handsome way. Meekins is cute in a aw baby way.
He's like 20.
Let's check. Meekins is probably older than that. Maybe he's in his 30s. Nope, he's 22. Never mind, he's a baby.
I'm pretty sure he's younger than Phoenix.
Yeah, okay, I was thinking of Jake. Jake is the one in his 30s. Yeah, in a puppy dog way. Yeah! Yeah, Meekins is 22, Marshall is 33. Meekins, do you like older women? I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
I've never talked to a girl, sir.
When I talk with women, my knees start shaking and I can't control my voice! Anyway.
Look at how much of his barely beard he's shaving off.
Maybe it grows really fast. Can you imagine? Hey, according to the fuck, I can't read. According to the papers, partner.
According to the partner papers.
What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
I don't care. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Wait, did you really say that?
No.
That'd be great. I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime.
Fucking
In
dumb
plain old
cowboy
English. The judge was basically like, I don't understand what he's saying. Just speak English.
The cowboy shit. Paul's in here.
My job was to keep a wary eye to that bone orchard. On that bone orchard. Fuck.
My God.
They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
On whose account?
I can't... Oh wait, that's...
Anybody see you there?
I can't say I particularly...
I just like how he's like, actually, I wasn't there. And then that, like, he thinks that he's off the hook.
Yeah, you literally, like, the judge is like, I don't like your attitude. Like, you didn't take this seriously. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining? Cheek!
Wow.
You gotta give him credit. He's got fucking balls. Wait a minute.
He's just mad that he can't grow a beard as good as his.
That's probably why he keeps shaving it. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. Did he not know about the fingerprint thing?
Could be acting.
That would be so funny if he legit did not know. Because if we're right that the guy on the video is Jake, that means he just tried to open a locker without realizing. Had it not already been open, it would have like activated a giant alarm.
Who said it to be? I mean,
can you fucking imagine?
Now that I think about it, yeah, who like set it up to be open though?
Hmm.
Did Goodman do that?
Maybe. I mean,
Well, no, 'cause he wasn't
he would
there.
be the only one to be able to open it. Is the thing.
But like, that had to have purposefully set to like be open like that. So I just don't know how.
Maybe it was
That
just maybe it was just coincidence.
I guess.
It would be it would be like extremely convenient coincidence if that was the case. And the fact that if it's true that Jake did not know about the sensor, that would be making it even funnier. Anyway, he's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses, now don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Thanks, Judge. Okay, let's see. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Where the fuck were you then?
He pulls out a rope and then hog ties Phoenix.
Be one of the many instances where someone throws something at Phoenix and it affects him, like a toupee or a coffee mug or getting fucking whipped. What? Oh, my foot. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I was just like cracking the bones of my toes.
Look,
Hey,
I don't think I've ever had my toe bones cracked.
I do it all the time. It's pretty easy. It's like cracking the bones of your fingers, but your toes.
Good.
Doing it
That
right
just
now.
sounds worse than your fingers.
It's not that hard. In fact, it doesn't hurt at all. It hurts less than your fingers. Yeah, I like popping my toes. See? Yeah, look, it does it too. It's like it hurts way less than doing it to your fingers.
It hurts. It doesn't hurt to do it with my fingers.
And there you go. I mean, sometimes if you do it like too far or like wrong, it can't hurt. Like I did it with my thumb once, and it ended up like I couldn't pop my thumb, and it hurt for like days trying to. It doesn't hurt anymore, but it lasted a while. That I had to leave it alone for so long. But now we're good. The best though is stretching your legs and your knees and ankles and even sometimes your toes. Yeah. That's why I have the prompt for like stretching my leggies, so I get to do that because it feels so good. Yeah. Sometimes like if I angle it just right, I can even do it like on my hip bones. It's like, oh, that feels so good.
God.
Do you not pop your bones?
Don't dislocate anything.
I'm not dislocating, it's just popping the bones. If there's one thing I can purposely dislocate is my shoulders, but they just pop right back when I let go.
What?
Yeah.
You could just... That like hurts.
No,
What?
No, not really. Like I can do this thing where like I pull at my arm and you can feel the bone move around and it just pops right back into place and it does not hurt at all. I've been able to do that for as long as I can remember.
I'm gonna lose it.
It's fine. I don't do it all the time. It's just something I can do.
This is worse than the song.
Cam is like, it's like freaking out over bones. Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you
Wanna
that
become
ain't
the
my
Bone Lord.
style. Bone Lord. I'm afraid I don't understand. No, Desperado, I know let's rule. Oh, I know. No, Desperado, I know let's rules get in his way. I was like trying so hard to read that. No desperados I know joined the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime,
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Alright, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? So that room protected by 2 security systems anyway. I'm gonna save, but I think I have an idea. I want to try presenting something. If it's wrong, then I'll just like go back.
I mean, we know he was in there.
Let me see if he like truly does not know. Only assigned detectives can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up. Oh, it doesn't mention the alarm. Never mind. I wanted to point out the alarm, but I guess not.
I feel like the fact that his fingerprints are in there means that it's him saying he hasn't been in there in weeks is just wrong.
Yeah, I guess we have to present that in the correct statement. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence from the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. Just like my mom. I couldn't even tell you how bikes work. Do bicycles count as technology?
I mean, they were invented, yes. They're technology, but
I'm guessing when he means when he means technology and machines, he mostly means like electronics.
obviously he means all technology. I couldn't tell you how this knife I'm using works. That's technically technology as well.
That's quite incredible. The sensors of the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it,
What else?
Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. Okay, so it's not just
You know what else is technically technology?
what?
The clothes he's wearing.
True.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime.
That's kind of like a huge oversight when you think about it, that some detectives like aren't aware of the security systems in their own fucking lockers in their own department. You think that should be like something that's like well known, that everyone should know, right?
And
Because like if there was a mishap and one of them like mistakes their locker for like someone else's, then there's just like a giant alarm and there's like a huge scene, and it would just be like a.
and to discredit all of them, Gumshoe knew about it.
Yeah, Gumshoe knew about it. That's a thing. So
If Gumshoe knew about it,
there's no excuse.
you probably should too.
Not to disregard Gumshoe's intelligence or capabilities. He's a capable detective when given orders. That sounded mean.
He's a little.
He's
He's a little dumb, Car. He's a little.
a himbo. He
You
fits.
love him anyway.
Yeah, he's a himbo. He fits the criteria. He's even big.
You know, you can tell that Gumshoe is not very bright because when you called Meekins not very bright, I was like, no. But when we're calling Gumshoe dumb, we're like, yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's because we know Gumshoe. We only met Meekins once. And to be fair, Meekins has the thing that he's young. He's literally 22. His dumbness could just be inexperience. Gumshoe is 30. He's been a detective for way longer. He has no excuse.
He's been alive longer than Phoenix
Exactly.
and Edgeworth.
He's old. Not old, but he's older than everyone else. Except Lana. I think Lana might be older than him. Nope,
Now
he's
I
older
think
than
about
Lana. He's older than Lana.
Now I think about it, like, maybe he's not in the later years because he's fucking retired.
But wouldn't he be like in his 40s?
Right, he could retire at that age, never mind.
Yeah, no.
Disregard that.
I think rather he just got fired.
Well, what is he doing now, though? I
Aw.
want to see what Gumshoe's up to.
Maybe running a ramen noodle stand.
Maybe getting fired as a detective when your last name is Gumshoe just, like, tore him up as a person.
Oof.
Like, couldn't get anywhere else because, like, what happened with your last job? Oh, I'm fired. Wasn't your last job a detective? Yes. Your last name's Gumshoe.
This is getting sad.
Yes.
Let's continue.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
If I remember right, I was doing a street-side saloon. Why were you at the saloon? What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. What?
Also, who saw you there? Because you have no way to prove it.
Yeah, he has no alibi. Unless we call like fucking someone from the saloon he's talking about, which apparently
I
he
thought
ate
that was-
spaghetti.
I thought that was a joke. I thought you were joking.
No.
I didn't think he actually said that.
He said spaghetti.
I was eating fucking... What saloon serves spaghetti? What?
Not Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongol sepia pasta.
I'm gonna take this man's hat. Maybe that's what's giving him his cowboy powers.
You mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant!
What does that mean?
I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is
What
usually
the fuck does that even mean?
this is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to raise this year?"
I guess I don't know what desperado means in general to know what.
Desperado?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm not entirely sure. I think that's more like on a Mexican thing.
Hold on, if that's a Mexican thing, then what he just said is not. Uh-oh.
You gotta remember, cowboys and stuff were closer to Mexico. If I remember.
That's true,
If I
okay.
remember.
Also, he could be Mexican, for all I know.
Yeah,
so-
that could also.
What am I talking about?
Yeah, he could also be that too. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean, Noka? Lots of Mexicans were cowboys. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, the taco comment.
To be fair, he is the one that said it himself.
I know he said it himself.
We know he's not. We know he's not Texan though, because we literally were told he comes from like Los Angeles or something.
Yeah.
He could
I'm
still.
saying if he's not
He could
I'm
still.
saying if he's not Mexican, then that taco comment was not the best.
He could still
if
be
he's
Mexican. Maybe he could still be Mexican though.
Yeah, he could be, and I'm not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he is Latino.
I'm gonna let it slide because of it. You're
I'm,
on thin ice, Marshall.
I'm just an innocent traveling man, so you're out of ammo. It's time I hit the trail. No, you're not, because we have your fucking handprint on the fucking locker, you stupid cowboy bitch. Fuck you! Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Ooh, I like that sprite, actually. That's a really good sprite. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. You like how he drinks his flask? You can see his little Adam's apple bobbing up and down. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. I was gonna say, is he wearing heels? But those are just like the little spinny star things in the backs of cowboy boots. Probably.
Witness,
Are those sport?
I don't fucking know.
Oh no, I know. Wasn't that like a horse thing?
Is it a horse
Wasn't
thing?
that? I'm pretty sure they used those to spike the horse to make it go faster.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, not really. That's.
That's not good. No, I
also could be wrong, but
now they
I
don't
know
make
what else
those
it was
anymore.
used for.
He like makes out with his flask.
what is the meaning of this? The bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene.
The blood was wiped. However, a luminal test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, he just keeps shaving the beard. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? They never did check who the blood belonged to. I mean, the blood was wiped, so they can't verify. But there's like another blood-stained handprint. Wait, but like then, like, why was one handprint left but the other wiped?
Also, one was one with gloves and one without gloves.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the crime scene.
The only thing I can think of that maybe both handprints were left by different people. But like, the fuck?
I mean, Meekin's got his hand cut.
That, yeah, you know what? Yeah,
Why
if it's Meekin's blood, then yeah, it could just be that. But wait, no, it
Like,
can't be
what?
because he was
No.
wearing it had gloves. There was no fingerprint.
Yeah.
He
Even
stress
has gloves.
shaves. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be on the same place as a bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or did you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it. How did you know that, though?
How did you know that?
Yeah, how did you know that?
Although there is room for doubt,
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
the defense may begin its cross-examination of the witness. I read that completely wrong, but I don't care.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
What's the description of the tape?
The description of the tape? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room.
Well, it
Actually,
says.
now that I think about it, I need to check something really quick. Can I fast forward when I do this? No, I can't. Oh, I guess you can't see it. I was about to say, like, where did the fucking the handprint on the locker came from? But you can't really see it. The blue badger's covering it.
That's probably the point. So like, we just got this tape, right?
Yes.
No one else had seen it before.
Yes.
How the fuck does he know that the fucking dude had gloves on?
I don't think
I don't know if that's what you. I don't know if the tape is what you need to present, but
We don't have anything else specified. The thing is, like, I don't think anyone's mentioned that the blood on the visible blood handprint was like gloves on, but we don't really have
it
any.
just had no prints.
No prints, yeah. Like I said, it's only natural for them to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be in. She's really gonna try to make us believe that, huh? So then, what about
It's
the
such a weird, like,
bloody handprint? What is it again?
it's such a weird, like, argument.
Yeah, my
Actually,
they just conveniently placed their bloody handprint on top of mine. Just conveniently.
well, yeah, actually, yeah. How would they know to do that?
They wouldn't, because
I-
it's stupid.
No, hold on. He's not saying they did it on purpose, though. They just happened to happen.
That's even
Happened to
worse.
happen.
That's even worse.
I mean, coincidences happen. I will say that.
I know they happen, but the fact that he's just trying to say, like, no, yeah, this happened. That definitely happened. It's like, you're really trying to make us believe that, even though Phoenix does that all the time. Anyway. With mine, it's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker's covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprints was by chance. Ugh. The chances of that
Oh,
happening are
that's
1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't got no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, whilst the other's a type of murder.
He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Did you know that, though? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I've got to find something decisive to tie Officer Marshall to this crime. Let me look through my evidence. Blum, blum.
Sure. How do we know that that's his locker? I guess he wouldn't lie.
You wouldn't lie, yeah. The only thing I could think to present is maybe the locker, because remember, if anything other than the person it belongs to touches it, the alarm would go off. And he's claiming someone else touched it, so that would mean an alarm would go off.
No. It touching the fingerprint indicator. Just touching the door doesn't do anything.
I think the door is the fingerprint indicator, is what they're trying to say.
No. The little like side thing. If you put your finger.
I think it's just the handle.
If you put your finger on the handle, that section is the fingerprint. The door itself, if you touch the door, nothing will happen.
I think it's
just the door.
I don't know. I feel like it's the door, because like there's like fingerprints all over the door itself, not the handle.
Yeah, because you would touch the door.
Yeah, but the way they said it, it's like I don't know. This is the only thing I can think of at the moment.
Car, I promise you that the whole door isn't the fingerprint reader. The fingerprint reader is all the handle.
Look at it. Look at this door. If I'm right, then I don't know.
You might be right for a different reason.
Let me just save and see what happens. Like I said, it's all natural. My fingerprints are in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be the same. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. If it's wrong, I'll just load it. Yeah, it's wrong.
You were actually expecting the whole door is the fingerprint reader, not just the thing on the handle that's the fingerprint reader.
Yes.
where the fingerprint reader would be. What?
Yes.
I don't know, man. Wait a minute.
Let me load and go through the evidence again. Let me go through the evidence. Has to be something like this.
Oh, wait a minute. If... No, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
So if... Why was that one white if the other one wasn't?
That's what I said earlier.
So, like...
The only explanation I can think of is that they were left by different people.
I have an idea. He has gloves on, right?
Yeah, but they only cover his palm, not his fingers.
Let me continue. He has gloves on. He leaves 2 red handprints, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the one on Detective Gumshoe's locker, whatever, if they find Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints, it doesn't matter. It doesn't indicate me. If they find my handprints on my own locker, I left handprints there. I need to wipe that. I need to wipe the blood off that. You know what I mean?
I guess.
He didn't want to be called in at all. That's the only thing I can think of.
I just don't know where to present anything. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Let me, like, load.
I don't know, man.
Wait, but like... Hold on. But like... I'm like confused because like the whole reason we see the fingerprint, like the blood was wiped. But if he was wearing gloves, there would be no point to wiping it. Considering there was
What I'm saying. But how do we, like, say that?
I don't know. That's the issue. I don't know how to say it. One of them just happened to be the same place as
The only reason he would have to wipe just that blood and not the other one would be because he didn't want to get accused.
I'm gonna say it one more time. Maybe the floor plans, because they mark where the blood
And
is.
if the person was there was neither of them, then they would have no reason to wipe it.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I legit don't know what to present. I'm completely lost. Huh.
This statement contradicts the evidence.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstained and the fingerprint are completely unrelated, or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? Okay, let me swim. I wish Emma was here!
Oh yeah, Emma left.
Yeah, she's too busy processing trauma. That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. Oh, I didn't get this. What do you mean? I mean what I said.
Well, this is probably it.
Probably should have pressed this point. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, there was a heap of broken dreams. I see.
He said that in a different thing though, so like that's weird.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Ah! Ah, that's what I had to do. I was missing that part. Maybe I should load so I have HP.
I mean, whatever. We're probably almost done with this day anyway.
I wanna have HP.
Part, you're saving and loading anyway.
It's fine. You're starting to get the picture, partner. The picture?
I'm rolling the dice.
The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards.
You're a buzzard.
There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. Actually, hold on. I wish I could fast forward when I'm checking it from the court record, but I can't. That's the only issue. Also, there is a handprint on the blue badger. It's not a skull. But I think that's just Gumshoe's handprint.
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the paint can on the locker.
Oh! I think that's just a design. I don't think it's meant to be a skull.
Oh, it looks like one though, huh?
A little bit.
Like if you saw the rest of them, you're like,
And there's 3D Meekins. Also, Meekins is kind of tall.
I mean, he looks like a lanky boy.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. Uh-huh. I'm just reviewing this footage really quick.
Dead. Does it stop there?
Ah, there it is. There's this thing I noticed.
What?
In the beginning of the tape, the little handkerchief wasn't on the locker. At the end, there was a handkerchief. The only thing I can think
Oh, and you know what? He put it there Because he's the only who can open the locker.
He's the only one that can open the locker. He probably knew.
And he doesn't know that!
Yeah! The thing you can do, they're probably the reason there's no, like, blood on it. Maybe he used that handkerchief to wipe the blood away. But he didn't, like, close it properly, so it's, like, fucking sticking out.
And he can't say that someone else did that because he's the only one who could open it.
Oh, and he doesn't know that. That's how we get him.
Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Officer.
The fingerprint reader is on the whole door.
Found on a bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. The print is removed. The audio's getting a little funky. Sorry about that. Ah! What do you mean by that? Maybe if I lower the volume a bit.
You've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
I have been streaming for 2.5 hours. What do you mean by that? Want me to you want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? I wish I knew why the audio does that, but I'm pretty sure it's just Discord.
I think if you present the tape somewhere, and then they'll be like, where are the tapes?
Yeah, I think so too. Let me just... Hold on. Needed the fucking... Why does that keep happening? I don't know why that audio keeps, like, glitching out. Ah!
I assume it's just because of Discord, man.
Think so. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the video that indicates our Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
Yeah, I can, actually. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, right, Mr. Wright.
One more time.
Alright, the audio stopped fucking up.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
By the time I got to Jake Marshall, I was like, oh yeah, we're done with that stupid fucking video. And then I was like, nope. How about? Keep watching. Change when you're fast forwarding at all, or does it just play?
It's just faster.
I'm kind of interested in what it sounds like when it's faster.
Oh, yeah, no, the music doesn't change at all.
Oh, god damn it.
That's why I was humming it.
Unrealistic Ace Attorney.
Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
$1 million this man has never been to Texas.
Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video! Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video.
He just complimented your counter.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Oh wait, that was the judge, not Phoenix.
The locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
It's actually evidence enough. The fact that that's the witnesses, and also that's Jake's locker.
That's pretty much decisive evidence, if you ask me.
Oh, the white cloth. It's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! Order! It would seem that's it.
Hold your horses! Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong
Anyone
man.
could have opened it. Haha.
So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he happened to open the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine.
Everyone stares at him. Look at him.
Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? He really didn't know. He really didn't fucking know. That's so funny! He fucking didn't know! This stupid idiot cowboy didn't know! What a dumbass. He really doesn't know.
He's not even a real cowboy.
I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I'll call your bluff. You say I opened the locker? Now prove it. The evidence. Fingerprint sensor?
That's on the whole door, by the way.
Mm-hmm, yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? I like his sweating spray. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that didn't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, look at Phoenix being cool. Oh. Jerky.
I only got one word for you, partner.
No! Got him.
Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself!
If this
That's
is...
like he got shot.
Yeah. It's cool, though. It even had like the dramatic sound effect. It's like, bah!
Holy shit, his fart.
With the holy shit, his fart! His atomic fart just made his poncho go wild. If this is a joke,
That's what.
it's the worst I've ever
That's
heard.
what I. That's what I would do when I get caught. It's just fart really loud and distract them.
Fart. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us, what were you doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime? Turkey. Ole!
What? Is that what he said? Oh, the judge said that. Why did the judge say that?
Ole! Please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter?
But yeah, what is he, a bullfighter now? What?
That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe you can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. Oh man, that was funny. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall, but he was dressed up as Bruce.
That's so then. Where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion...
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
He was right here. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
There? But that's where the victim...
It was... correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. Holy shit, I was right! I was like 5 steps ahead, holy crap! It was you dressed up as Detective Goodman!
How could you?
But that's preposterous! Officer Meekins witnessed a detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. Meekins didn't know him. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his ID card. Yes? How did Detective Goodman
Game was
respond?
like,
He
the game
suddenly
was like,
pulled a knife.
we need that car voice back. Bring it back.
It's easier on my throat, that's for sure. At least easier on me than Gumshoe.
Meekins? Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that would be worse for me.
No, because with Gumshoe, I have to try. I purposely try to make my throat really raspy, like. But with Meekins, I just make my But with Meekins, I just make my voice higher pitched, and my voice is already pretty high. I was gonna say my voice is already pretty high pitched as it is, so it's not that hard for me to do my Meekins voice. Like, he suddenly pulled a knife on me, sir! Oh!
That's fair enough.
Yeah. If my voice was deeper, I'd probably have an easier time with Gumshoe than Meekins. Something about
Dumb
Officer's
fuck.
story puzzled me. Something Meekins. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Oh. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on this ID card.
Oh, I get it.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination, partner. You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. No, but like, it doesn't take a genius to piece 1 and 2 together.
I can't say
What's in your locker there, bud?
Yeah, what's in your locker? Oh, the cloth could be the fucking the coat. It could be Bruce's coat, right?
It's a good assumption.
I mean, like, it could be if it's bloodied, because I think in the clip you can see it bloodied when he's about to attack Meekins. And it could, and if if they test it for blood and it proves to be Meekins' blood, then we're good. That case solved, or at least this one. Yeah, because there's no blood here. Like, there's no blood on him at all. I really wish you... my only complaint with, like, the footage evidence is that I can't fast forward when I'm, like, looking at it from the court record. I can only fast forward when
The
it's,
thing,
like,
though,
presenting it.
even if we prove that he was in there, like, all we're proving is that Goodman wasn't.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, look at his coat. See, it's bloody now. It was like, I couldn't pause it, but for like, his shoulder was completely coated in blood. Or something.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. You said that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, the
It's a
officer...
good idea to put him to when you're against the corner. Is it really to fucking make fun of the judge?
I mean, the judge is kind of a wimp.
Well, okay, that's the point.
Who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ah! This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
I mean, the fact that he opened the locker is evidence enough. Like, I
Yeah,
think
like,
that's all we
just
need.
make him open the locker again. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Huh? I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to run, or with no place to go to, return to the basics. Back your BF up, Edgeworth. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Mia! Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well, let's take another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the
Look
witness...
at this tape!
Look at this tape! Please show us why the witness had to open this locker. Fuck, why does it go so fast?
I'm just gonna fast forward it because I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his dumb little face.
Why, you're no good!
Why you no good criminal? Oh, wait, put that knife down, sir! Oh! Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
A bloody white coat.
You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. I like how his like little quote-unquote overworld sprite has him lift his arm lifted like he's taking a swig.
Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago. If you were only half as persistent as you were today, we all wouldn't have had to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Ooh. Oh shit. Marshall's confession. I had to do it that day. I just couldn't stand by and let it die. I stole a detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Ah.
So the supposed victim was really you.
But there's one thing
Doesn't help us.
No, it does not, but If I know anything about Ace Attorney, we need to know every single detail to understand what happened in the case, even the details that make our case look worse. So this is natural. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Oh, must have been a pretty deep cut then. Poor guy. I had to do it that day. I just couldn't stand by and let it die. Meaning the SL9 incident? Do we even have to ask, partner? SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. Wow, I was fucking right. Like, right on the money. He went there for the evidence. For the SL9 evidence. Huh. Okay. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When the case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. I'm like having trouble reading. Also, one thing that always bothered me, SL9. It had like multiple detectives. It had the chief of police and the chief prosecutor on it, right? So it's like they had all these detectives. Why did they mentioned Bruce was a rookie detective? Why did they put a rookie as the head detective? Also, why did they put a rookie? Well, I was gonna say, why did they put a rookie prosecutor as the head prosecutor? But he was Von Karma's student, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't freaking know.
I mean, I think you know your answer.
Maybe, but I'm like trying to. I want to know all the details. No matter what the cost, I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. Because your brother died? But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he
What
care
if
so
Phoenix
much
just
about
said that?
it? But you're not the head investigator. Why do you care so much? My brother's dead. That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID and dressed up like them. I planned to take out the evidence. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Detective Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security company.
And the detective's ID card.
I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was when Goodman started filling out the lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. So that was him! The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. Wait,
I returned it and then left it on the floor. What?
he
That's not
returned it by
returning
leaving it on the floor of the prosecutor's parking lot. What the fuck, dude? Why not just put it...
I mean, like, to be fair, by that point he was already dead. But like,
Why there, though? He could have left it, like, on his desk or, like, at the police department, anywhere at all. But why?
he was watching the case. He could have just put it back on his person.
I don't get this, cowboy. So, essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack in foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean that fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But you could because the rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Huh. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins to... Wait, let me check something really quick. Hold on. So, with that in mind... okay, no, I get it now. The first time Meekins came in was to put in the Blue Badger. And then he left. The second time was Jake Marshall. That's when he came in. And then Meekins came in right after. Okay. Alright, I got it.
I still want to know who the 77777 person is who went in there and smoked a blunt at 420. I just want to know. Who is it?
I also want to know why Edgeworth was in there. Oh, wait, no, he did tell us. He was told to get evidence.
Yeah, the screwdriver.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't
He was
expecting...
told to get screwed.
He was told to get screwed. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him out? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person, mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to rethink a little more about his raise this year. How did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him up slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? That one? I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't get caught on camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into a desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make much of a difference, though. The security tape is very step-ready of 6 hours. If all had gone to plan, no footage would have been left.
Yeah, that hand's just gonna fall off.
Ew, Meekins got a hairy cut. Ew.
It's infected now. They're gonna have to fucking sever it.
He's got cowboy germs. If they don't
Cowboy germs.
if they don't amputate his hand, he's gonna get the case of the yeehaws. Bloody yo.
That's what happened to Marshall.
He got a case of the yeehaws.
They're like vampires.
You bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? He was asleep, probably. What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
And what you're saying is on that day,
There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:59. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on the tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
what? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty.
You didn't think to mention that yet?
So, like,
we knew he was trying to steal the evidence. You're gonna think, oh, but the evidence wasn't there.
so I'm trying to think. Why would it be empty? And we know it wasn't Goodman because the Bruce Goodman on the record, we've proven that it's Marshall, so it's not Bruce. The only other number is the 777. So the only thing I can think of is the 777 person maybe took the evidence somehow.
Smoking a blunt. Holy shit! I'm shocked.
I think the 777 might have had
who would
something to
know-
do with the evidence.
Who would know that number though?
Mm-hmm. The fact that no one's mentioned it probably means no one knows it. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID? Injuring a police officer? This is no small offense! Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. It's Japan, it is not a free country. Well, the English version, they're in Los Angeles, so you know. Not that salary cuts were ever a valid solution.
Eat your burgers, Apollo.
Eat your burgers, Apollo. Like I said, this is a new case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
Anything?
Anything? Even...
Alright. Not the time and place.
Yeah, something bad happened here.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I can't just forget this SL9 incident. You know why? Now tell us why. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dog was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling...
Did your brother die?
Did your brother die?
Did he die there? Is he dead right now?
Marshall, was your brother murdered?
Marshall, did your brother fucking get stabbed in the throat?
Dang, was it by the
We
throat?
actually don't know how he died. We don't know how he died.
I mean, it was definitely stabbing, because a knife is one of the evidence.
Marshall, did your brother get stabbed?
Did your brother get stabbed?
Was your brother killed? Well, did
My
your
guy was your brother
did your
killed?
poor sweet brother get murdered in cold blood by a serial killer?
God, did your brother get
Oh my
fucking
God.
cowed?
Okay,
They got
this is getting fucked.
He got fucking stabbed.
Got fucking stabbed, dude.
We're trying to get a lumpy space princess here, though.
Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so...
You got fucking lumped today.
I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
You got fucking lumped.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here.
Oh, did your widow brother get daddy die?
Noka, you saying that just made me think. Imagine saying that to a fucking, like, 5-year-old. Oh, no.
Oh, did your widow brother get daddy away?
You would have what I did?
Your widow brother did.
Oh, boo-hoo,
Awful.
way, you big baby. So your brother's dead. Get over it. The
Oh,
name,
no.
the name Marshall is mentioned here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah. I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. Oh! He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. He was a prosecutor?
What? A
You
prosecutor?
seen that picture?
I think I saw that picture. Can we have a closer look at that picture? He must be talking about the king of prosecutors.
Where do we see that? Because they flashed back at it like we've seen it before, and I don't remember.
I think it was just like a like dramatic effect, because they do that in the second game too. We saw it for 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe we'll get it. Maybe we'll get that picture as evidence later. Now we remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
Can you not tell by the fact that they're both named Marshall, Judge? He was my brother. Ooh, he took off his hat and everything.
I'm gonna say one thing to justify the judge.
What?
he can't read the text, so he might have thought that Marshall just has one L.
Sir, your middle part. Look at his face. He's so serious.
He has long hair.
Yeah, he has long hair. I won't lie. He's kind of handsome.
We've said this before.
Yeah, but like even without, like especially without the hat, I think he looks nice without the hat too.
He's handsome except for when he has his crimson shirt out.
He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then deputy chief of police. Oh, there he is in the corner. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh, there he is, Joe Dark.
It looks like your face is instead of Goodman's.
I'm the detective. Joe Dark. He's kind of spooky looking. My brother fought Dark and was killed. Oh.
He looks like he's like Phantom of the Opera type.
He looks like a JoJo villain. Like deadass.
Hello there, my name is Jojo.
Hello there, my name is Yoshikage Kira. I'm here to cut off your hands and then get a boner from it.
Why did you bring that up again?
Because it's true! I'm not lying! That is legit a thing in JoJo. That's like his,
I don't care if it's a legit thing, stop bringing it up!
that's his whole reason for being a murderer! He gets like a bloodlust.
I don't want to know about hand.
He got a hand fetish from
Man.
he got a hand fetish from looking at the Mona Lisa too much.
Wait, I've seen that meme.
Yeah!
Are her hands even...
Oh, hands
I
on
mean,
a
yes,
knee! How do I say this?
God, Jesus.
Car, do you have a hand fetish? Show hands. You're already seeing my hands.
Yeah, Car's real hands. There they are.
There they are. This is me. This is really me. My brother.
Car doesn't have fucking legs.
No, I don't. My legs can be retracted into my body.
God.
I'm like a turtle.
Oh, that's why they crack so much. Ah!
My brother fought Dark and was killed.
Need to go.
Go. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That's all we needed.
Careful, Car's gonna get your hands.
So the only reason they managed to arrest this guy was because he left behind evidence from killing Marshall's brother.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a bad vibe from that. Oof. If what I'm thinking turns out to be the case, I can understand now why he's like even more reason why they feel like this case is not solved.
He left behind air quotes evidence.
Evidence. Oh boy. He was arraigned? Arraigned? Is that how you say that?
Arranged.
Arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public
Oh, I thought.
records.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking about a word on screen.
Yes, sorry.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone else. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me!
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with this resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze me. at exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that.
So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder at the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed a crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Hold it.
But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial!
Hold on. I think I know what happened.
Oh?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Think about it, Edgeworth. Aliens could have done it.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday, and I'll check your butt later. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the
Yeah, do you have a
draw
fucking
harder.
lawyer saying that in court?
I'll deal with your butt later. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony
Yeah, woo! Brian! Pull on sword.
and the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a
I
response,
don't know where to shut that off.
make it a single word or less. What?
The friend notifications.
Oh, there is, but I don't care.
Okay.
Ah! Oh, wait, hold on. Ah! There you go. I rest my case.
No, you don't. You don't rest any case.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time.
More like you reach your conclusion.
Disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Hold it! Oh, Emma! She's back! Your Honor, wait! Emma! The defense has an objection! A scientific objection! Right? What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor? In a sense. Please, Your Honor! All I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Oh? Is she gonna testify?
That sounds completely, like, opposite of Edgeworth.
He probably doesn't think much of
You
what
want-
she's gonna say. Or maybe...
You want 1 minute, I'll give you 3.
Actually, you know what? I think it's because he remembers she was also involved in SL9. And he wants to hear what she has to say. Anyway. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No!
Huh?
Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that
End.
all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. Please! I'm just a high school student. Please don't be mean to me.
And I'm just an attorney.
Mad. I've never asked before.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident to the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be more of use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. I have to go to the bathroom.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now! What could be wrong with the handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? Wait.
I don't know what they're going on about, dude.
The only thing I can think of is like, why was it left in the first place? And they never really checked the blood. Did they ever even check whose blood it belongs to?
Yeah, why do we not know?
Yeah,
like,
we don't know
whose
that.
blood any of this is?
We don't know whose blood this is. They just, you know what? They just realized they just assumed this was good. The Goodwin was murdered here without checking if it was even his blood. Like what?
Pretty sussy.
It was smeared the wrong way and it was hidden by the machine. That too! It was hidden by the Blue Badger machine. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans.
Grasped something of yours before.
Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? Wait, missing?
Let's look at the door.
Let's look at the door.
I'm glad you knew what that was referenced.
Now let's look at the door. You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of that blood mark.
This parade of defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use. Let me save!
The way he said drawn, he just draws a little beak on the thumb, and then, like, he's like, this hand is actually a turkey.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans?
In the floor plans?
The vase? Actually,
What? What part of the floor plans is the problem here?
wait a minute.
Can we see the floor plans again?
Yeah, we can look at it. Blood. I mean, we already established the
Well-
blood on the floor is quote unquote Meekin's. Meekin's blood, so we can't say that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is the jar.
But I mean, like, the floor plan also didn't have, like, the gloves, like, it didn't have a lot of things, to be honest with you.
Like, here's what I'm thinking. Like, okay. So, this jar. I think it's safe to assume this is SL9 evidence because it was found near the locker. But Jake said the locker was empty. And the pieces of this were found all over the floor. Something's not adding up.
I do not know.
I saved, so I can just load, but I'm gonna present the jar.
I'm lost.
As I say back in West, either man can hit with buckshot. That is, so long as he's facing the general direction. Oh, I guess I was wrong.
I forgot you were here.
Okay, so I don't get penalties. The blue badger? Oh, it was the blue badger! The blue badger! Fuck! Ah, you're right, Cooney! Cooney, you're fucking right. I didn't realize until, like, I looked at it. You're right.
He's got a handprint on him.
Now Cooney's the one with the massive brain. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So? So, watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Ah. Well, what? Oh. That's right.
Alright, I know what the argument's gonna be. We didn't see that particular handprint, so he's gonna argue that it's been there for a fucking while. Like before Marshall was even in there.
Yeah, I think so too. It was blocked. Blocked and reported.
Blocked and reported.
That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot of the locker. I mean, unless you moved it. What?!
Hold on.
He farted again.
Hold on. No, what? That doesn't
Shh.
necessarily make sense. They were behind the badger.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
No, that doesn't. It blocking the stain from the camera makes sense.
The
being
reason
in front.
No, the case is that he's trying to say the murder happened before the badger was placed. Because Meekins placed the badger there before Marshall came in.
I'm aware, but in the footage they're behind it.
Yeah, because the footage is after, like, when Marshall came in, and the badger was already there by the time the Marshall thing happened. But you got to remember, Meekins was the one that put the badger in the evidence room. So that means that because the badger wasn't there the entire time, the only time someone could have left a handprint there was when the badger wasn't there. Which would be before 450.
Badger. The badger couldn't have been in the way of the locker because you see people behind the badger.
No,
It
you,
just
no, you
doesn't
don't. No, you don't. I don't think.
in the footage.
No, people walk in front of it. I'm pretty sure.
No, you see them behind it the whole time because the badger's blocking the fucking dude the whole time.
The thing, like, it's. Oh, you mean like in the? Yeah, because they're in the far back.
Yeah, what I'm saying is they can reach the locker.
Well, clearly
If they're
not.
behind the badger.
Well, clearly not, considering they're not making that argument. It just never happened, Cam. It never happened. Yeah, see, they all walk in front of the badger.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they all walked in front of the badger. They're only behind the badger when they're, like, in the back over there.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
And the badger's constantly blocking the logger, so we can't even see it there. It would be pretty hard to smear your hand like that if the badger was in the way. Exactly. That's why the case is that the murder took place in the evidence room before the badger was there. So it was before 450.
Still want the badger dead.
I know you do.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me! I didn't put it there! Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically!
Emma, why is everyone talking so fast? On that afternoon,
Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room.
okay, they're explaining exactly what we were just talking about.
After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on the locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. Or they could have just moved it.
Well, hold on. Oh. Well, yeah, ask Meekins if he put it there.
We're not gonna ask him if he put it there. You know, we're not. They won't think that far ahead.
On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room,
Blood was spilled not once but twice. But how?
one time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera, with
Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. Bum bum bum. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered! That's ridiculous! I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. By the way, when are we going to check it for like, the blood? Yeah, the music, yeah! So then, assuming this murder really really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that Right Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Tell us then. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edwards said, proof must be presented. Let me say first.
20, baby.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
You know what else
What?
that I've just realized?
Mhm.
If one person opens the door, another person can walk in. So someone must have led Marshall in there.
Marshall or someone else?
Or sorry, Goodman.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah,
so
because
the
Goodman's ID
killer-
card was missing, so he couldn't get in.
That too. I was.
Ah. Goodman came in with somebody, and then they killed him there. That. I think we're finally gonna start looking into who this mysterious 7777777 person is.
I can't believe he killed him at 420.
Can you imagine dying at 420?
Dude, imagine dying at 420. I mean, I bet a lot of people have overdosing.
I know Apollo's first case was in 420. Yeah, his first trial was in 420.
The day we meet.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Stoner Phoenix.
Hobo Phoenix. Anyway.
Now then, when the defense appears present its evidence, which shows when the first crime took place.
I think that hurts your voice more than fucking.
Yeah, I think so too.
Grumpy.
They probably both do. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh! The ID card record!
Wait a minute.
What's up? What's up, gamer?
I think I know why Edward was given the screwdriver.
Oh, to be like a fall guy, right?
Yeah. Go get this screwdriver for me after this man has been murdered in here.
Yeah. Oh my God, he really was sent there to get screwed.
And they used his car?
Oh my
Murder.
God, poor Edgeworth.
He was getting screwed.
He was getting screwed. Holy shit. Jesus. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's say, here, 4:50.
If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth! Just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope. I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. Actually, wouldn't that mean Edgeworth also failed to notice the blood?
The badger was there.
No. Edgeworth came before the Badger. Edgeworth came in at 4:40. Meekins brought it in at 4:50.
Oh man, now I don't know.
Dang, Edgeworth.
How could I find out who to 420?
Dang, Edgeworth was fucking blind.
Or high.
Or high.
Edward was the one doing the one.
Both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. But someone managed to do it in 20 minutes. Anyway.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again.
Let's look at it.
There's only one other card number remaining. 777-7777. Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777-7777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP! Find out whose ID number is 7777777.
Casino man. We found him.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 777-7777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
I know someone who does.
But that's ridiculous! Just tell— I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge file against an executive is accepted.
An official charge? You're all like, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay, let me ask a question. Yes? No, not you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your old little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about incident.
The SL9 incident?
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Oh shit. Oh shit! Lana! Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Oh shit.
Lana,
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me in the eye? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say you did? I can't read.
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't!
I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why would you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
but Lana!
Even if it involved forging evidence. Oh shit!
Fucked up if Joe Dark is just like this nice guy. Didn't kill anyone.
He was innocent.
He was like, "Hi, I'm Joe Dark," and everyone was like, "Dark, get him!"
I'm just an owner of a butcher shop. That's why I have this this knife with me.
You don't cut hands. I cut meat.
See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Oh shit! Oh shit, the crowd sound is different. Lana's remark caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Holy shit. To be continued. So, Edgeworth didn't know he was using forged evidence. Oof.
Spaghettios.
That's...
Hey, Edgeworth, see your reputation? Come here.
Come here, let me, come here, give me your reputation and let me just...
Do you
Down
want
the drain it goes.
Do you want to stop there, or do you want to keep going? Seems like a good stopping point.
Yeah, that does seem like a good stopping point, but man, oh man! What a twist! Woo!
What could happen next? Is day 3 still the final one in this one, or is there
No,
another day?
if I remember, this is, it like has 4 days, 5 days, 3 days. We're technically in part 4, I think.
We're in day 3, dude. It said day 3 on the
Well,
thing.
I'm stupid. My birthday eve, PogChamp. Nice! Juicy and holy shit, this one is long. Yeah, if I remember, like I said, this is like the longest case in the entire series. It's super long. That's why I wanted to stream just this case specifically and not the entire game. I do plan on
that.
I do plan on doing the entire game with some other time, but it'll have to be after this case.
Unfortunately, I'll still be here.
Not unfortunately, I want you to be here.
Talking a bunch.
If we're lucky, we will have less audio issues, and Cam will probably be able to voice act when we do that, because we think we might have an easier time if I get the Steam version of this game. So then I can play it through Steam, and we won't have issues. Hopefully.
and I'll talk about Edgeworth's nipples in his own voice.
Yeah, and it'll be easier on my voice.
It's true.
Though this is good voice
Oh.
acting practice for me. I think I'm getting better
Oh.
at deepening my voice a bit.
Car won't have to do every voice.
Yeah. I'm okay with doing most voices. It's just when I get to Gumshoe and the judge.
Great, pal.
It's like,
Come on, man. What are you doing?
Come on, pal. Where you going, pal?
ugh.
And then Gant. And then Gant.
Oh my god, don't even make me do Gant.
Oh,
Oh boy. I think if we do the Steam if we get like the Steam version and stream like the whole game, we'll probably have to skip the 5th case in the Steam version.
well, yeah, we don't have to do that again.
Yeah. But we can go straight into the second game, which I think the final case in the second game is pretty A plus. And then the third game is just good all around, in my opinion.
Third game will be my favorite because I'll get to voice fucking the best character ever.
Godot?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And I get to be Mia! Baby Mia! And they're also...
And then there's rumors that 4, 5, and 6 are gonna get HD
I really hope that's true.
ports as well.
Oh,
And
I
if it
also
happens,
I also need to get the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. That I will 100% be getting, without a doubt.
that too. Get it for Steam.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get it through Steam. Maybe I'll get it through Switch too, because I would love to play it on the go as well. My slappies, yeah. I need to do what Noka suggested one time, and make like a little version of my thing where it's just like slapping the table. Because I tend to do that a lot. Or maybe change the alert gif to just me slapping the table.
Pretty good. What is it now?
It's just a gif that Noka sent me. That's like a little bunny going nanny nanny, because I do that a lot too. Nanny nanny. And it's cute. Nanny sore. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here. But thank you everyone for stopping by and watching me kill my throat, eat pizza, and get even closer to... I think we're getting close to the end of this case, because we're getting deep into the SL9. DSL.
Deep into Edgeworth's ass.
I do a lot of nutty nutty. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
Man.
Yee. Yee. And now after this, I'm gonna get to drawing, because there's a lot of things I want to draw at the moment. Ugh.
So many things.
So many things.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're gonna probably play Isaac again, maybe.
No! Cut the recorder.
But yeah, like cock.
I'm not gonna become the Joker.
You're gonna be
Probably.
Alright, same as always. Monday we're gonna do more Metopia. Wednesday is art. And Friday, we're gonna do this again. I'm hoping maybe Friday we will reach the end of this. I could be wrong.
I
It
don't see
might
why-
it might take another like Friday, like maybe 2 Fridays.
I mean, if it is the last day, it'll probably be the longest.
True. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now,
And considering each day so far has taken 2 streams.
this stream we managed to do 2 days. Well, technically a day and a half, but still.
We didn't.
Oh, shh.
It was only the second half of day 2. What are you talking about?
Anyway, thank you everyone for coming by.
To be fair, the first stream, no, the second stream was cut short a little bit because I had to sleepy deepy.
I suppose, yeah. But yeah. Let's end it here. We're gonna enter 4 hours. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.